On the news tonight, National Assembly passes 70,000 naira national minimum wage bill.
The national minimum wage from 30,000 to 70,000, and to reduce the time for periodic review of the national minimum wage from 5 years to 3 years.
House of Representatives seeks reversal of electricity tariff increase.
The implementation of tariff increase should be over a period of time. It should be in phases, not what they have just done.
Plus, Cross River State Assembly seeks investigation of missing corps member in Anambra.
Calling on the security agencies in the country, in the state, to thoroughly interrogate and investigate the case of a missing Cross Riverian who went on NYS in Anambra State.
Good evening and welcome to NTA Parliamentary News. I am Amina Saidu. Sequel to its transmission from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the national minimum wage bill of 70,000 naira got expeditious passage at both Senate and House of Representatives as it was read the first, second and third term at plenary. Both chambers also approved the 6.2 trillion naira amendment to the 2024 budget to enable immediate implementation of the new minimum wage. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports.
The national minimum wage bill, no doubt, was eagerly being awaited by Nigeria's bicameral legislature since it came to fruition after a series of negotiations between the federal government and the organized labor, thus reviewing the current national minimum wage upwards from 30,000 naira to 70,000 naira. The bill, transmitted Tuesday to both chambers, was granted speedy approval at the Senate.
This is part of the federal government's short-term measures to mitigate the situation in the country, as efforts are being made to bring about long-term solutions that would align with the yearnings and aspirations of Nigerians.
In order to take into cognizance the galloping inflationary trend in the country. So this is very, very novel and highly commendable.
The national minimum wage from 30,000 to 70,000, and to reduce the time for periodic review of the national minimum wage from 5 years to 3 years, and for later matters 2024. Third reading taken and passed.
The bill enjoyed similar consideration at the House of Representatives.
This bill is to prescribe a national minimum wage and provide a legal framework for seamless review of the national minimum wage and for other purposes connected therewith.
Meanwhile, both chambers passed the 6.2 trillion naira amendments to the 2024 Appropriation Act to capture the minimum wage into the budget documents. The Finance Act Amendment Bill, which made provisions for the collection of windfall levies from banks to be deployed to fund the amended budget, was also passed.
Rather than sharing profits, the profit as 50-50, it should be 70 to government and 30% to the bank.
The three bills will be forwarded to the State House for President Tinubu's assent. In another development, lawmakers in the red and green chambers have given their blessing to the Police Act Amendment Bill, which will enable an appointed Inspector General of Police to remain in office for 4 years.
It is essentially to say the tenure lasts as it is in the letter of appointment. I think my colleagues should support this. It will support security, continuity, assurability, dependability, and productivity of the IG.
From the National Assembly, Lami Ali, NTA News.
In another development, Senate has confirmed the appointment of Dr. Bello Olatunji as Chief Executive Officer and Executive Vice Chairman of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Agency. Also confirmed is Dr. Jobson Ewalefo as Director General of the Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission. Meanwhile, Senator Ezenwa Onyewuchi has defected from Labour Party LP to the All Progressives Congress APC.
This decision is due to the intractable division and crisis in the Labour Party that sponsored my earlier election into the Nigerian Senate.
At the Senate chamber to witness the defection was the chairman of the APC Governors Forum and Governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, and other party stalwarts from the state. The House of Representatives Joint Committee on Power, Commerce, National Planning and Economic Development has recommended a reversal of the recent increase in electricity tariff for Band A customers. This was revealed at the presentation of the committee's report at Tuesday's plenary in the Green Chamber. National Assembly correspondent Mitari Pen reports.
The chairman, House Committee on Power, Victor Nwokolo, notes that after a series of engagements with key players in the power sector, lawmakers resolved that an independent team of experts should be contracted by the legislature to carry out forensic investigation into what should be the actual cost of electricity tariff in the country.
That all electricity distribution companies should reverse to the old tariff pending the resolution of the matter by the House. The conclusion of the joint committees is that the implementation of tariff increase should be over a period of time. It should be in phases, not what they have just done. It should be in phases.
This motion is referred to the Committee of the Whole.
As traders continue to count their losses following the devastating fire that ravaged the popular Karu market in Abuja, the Green Chamber is requesting NEMA to provide succor.
Urge the National Emergency Management Agency of Nigeria, NEMA, and the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management to immediately send relief materials to the affected traders. Further urge the Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria, SMIDAN, to provide grants and start-up capital to the affected traders to enable them start afresh.
The House of Representatives has adjourned plenary to the 17th of September 2024 for its annual parliamentary recess. From the National Assembly, Mitaire Ikpen, NTA News.
Still from the Green Chamber, the House Committee on the Northeast Development Commission is determined to ensure more legislations that will strengthen the ongoing humanitarian services by the federal government in the Northeast region. This was the committee's resolution after inspection of various intervention projects by the Northeast Development Commission in Bauchi State. Awal Abdullahi tells us more.
Construction of 3 major bridges on the road linking Bauchi, Gombe states and the 53-kilometer Kirfi-Gombe were among the ongoing intervention projects inspected by the House Committee. The committee members expressed satisfaction with the quality of work done and promised their legislative support for the Commission to execute more developmental projects.
I will urge the MD and the management team of NADC to collaborate with the House to look for more funding outside the government revenue that is coming. We have to think outside the box to go and look for more funding from the United Nations and other agencies of government to continue this good work that they are doing.
The Emergency Medicine and Ophthalmology Complex at the Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University Teaching Hospital, as well as the NEDC Mega School construction, form parts of other projects inspected by the committee.
I can say that this project is almost 80% completed, and by the grace of God, in the next few months, probably 3 months from now, we will be able to hand over this project to the state government. And we are going to put in place certain strategy and how this project will be maintained, not only here, all across Northeast. So there may be some kind of an MOU between us and the state government. If there is need for us to come again to intervene, we should do that.
The committee chairman also calls on the federal government on the need to strengthen the activities of NEDC, which are aimed at bringing back the socio-economy of the entire Northeast region ravaged by the insurgency. In Bauchi, Awal Abdullahi, NTA News.
Our correspondent Rabiu Ali is standing by for details of proceedings at the recently concluded ECOWAS parliamentary session in Abuja.
It proposes that this should be done without the involvement of ECOWAS.
Mixed reactions trailed the referral by the ECOWAS Commission as requested by the Gambian government to cooperate with ECOWAS in setting up the International Tribunal. The tribunal is to deal with human rights violations and abuses committed on the Gambian territory between July 22, 1994 and January 21, 2017.
I want to beg Madam Speaker and respected colleagues that we should discard the request for the ECOWAS Commission and do the right thing, and the right thing is to allow Gambia, if they want to do whatever they want to do, and want to do that in line with the law.
The rules, this is just to create problems for ECOWAS. We have not finished issues with Mali, the same with Burkina Faso, and we wanted to create another hotspot in the Gambia.
I want to ask a question. How far have you gone with the sensitization? How far? We want to know the sensitization. We want to know the roar of the people in Gambia. We want to know the voice of the voiceless in Gambia. Then we'll be there to hear, we'll be there to say, it's just like when somebody is beating a child in a room and the child is crying there. If the child does not put the voice that, oh, mommy, come and help me, who will go there?
Speaker Maimunatu Ibrahim appreciated contributions of members resolving to step down the decision of establishing the special tribunal. The ECOWAS Parliament has adjourned to July 6, 2024. In Abuja, Muhammad Rabiu Ali, NTA News.
We now join member representing Nigeria at the ECOWAS Parliament, Pascal Agbodike, who will give a post-mortem of the session. You're welcome to NTA Parliamentary News.
Okay, go.
What are the key issues deliberated upon?
This is a very big platform, ECOWAS Parliament, a very big platform we can use to put at the front the challenges we are facing in ECOWAS. This issue of migration, this issue of what we call the second colonization of the people of Africa by the West. We say no to it. We stand at all times to resist it. Africa, I don't know what we did to the people of the West. They try to manipulate us at all times, but we say no to it, to their ways of manipulation to the people of Africa. We are blessed, we are endowed with everything it takes to be a country of our own and stand firm in everything we are trying to decide, that will make Africa strong and stronger than every other nations of the world.
What are some of the contributions of Nigeria as a member nation?
Coming from Nigeria, we presented our country report and the challenges we are facing in Nigeria. Grateful to the President of Nigeria, Asuwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, on the way he's tackling the challenges we are facing in Nigeria through his Renew Hope agenda. So that when Nigeria is strong, every other countries that surrounded Nigeria will also be strong. If we're able to tackle the problem of insecurity in Nigeria, it will also circulate to other neighboring countries. So it is a challenge to every neighboring country, every country of ECOWAS, to work together as one and solve our problem of food shortage, the problem of insecurity, among others.
Thank you so much for joining us. Moving on, the Cross River State House of Assembly has adopted a resolution seeking urgent investigation on the missing corps member in Awka, Anambra State. Details will come your way after this short break. Don't go away.
Are you looking for a short channel to make your business, goods and services go viral? Look no further, as NTA Parliament is your short channel. Take advantage of our wider reach and advertise your products and services on NTA Parliament DSTV channel 370, GoTV channel 126, StarTimes channel 306, and Free TV channel 706. For more inquiries, contact the Marketing Department, NTA Parliament, NTA Headquarters Area 11 Garki Abuja, or call these numbers 080-383-40464 or 080-770-78055. NTA Parliament, strengthening Nigeria's democracy.
You're watching Parliamentary News, reaching you from NTA Parliament, Abuja. You can follow the platforms on the screen for more updates. Key players in the solid minerals sector have expressed their support on the moves by the legislature to provide institutional and legal framework in the industry to regulate activities of illegal miners, ensure proper compensation and all-inclusiveness of the mining communities. National Assembly correspondent Isa Mohammed reports that this was the thrust of discussion during a public hearing on 2 mining and minerals-related bills by the House of Representatives Committee on Solid Minerals.
The 2 bills are a law to repeal and re-enacting the Minerals and Mining Act 2023 and that of Nigerian Solid Minerals Development Company Bill 2023. The mining industry suffers setback owing to activities of illegal miners and other impediments. This, sponsors of the bill say, added to the uncertainty, hence the need to provide legal framework to regulate activities of unlicensed miners and provide adequate compensation to host communities that will change the narrative in the mining sector.
Need for a more standardized and defined quantity of what would be given to the people by way of community development agreement, which is more like compensation or a mediation in terms of development and social amenities for their lands. And this is not to even talk of environmental remediation, to put the land back in the state in which it was taken or before it was exploited. Don't forget.
You will see the horrific pits that are being dug in these communities. People are dying, their source of water has been polluted, and this community, these investors, or foreign and local for that matter, their only interest is to exploit these communities without any commensurate return.
Stakeholders agree that providing legal framework for the industry will in no small measure reposition the sector for result-oriented and development to thrive, as they also identify areas of concern in the bills.
As we looked at the issue of the small revenue that goes to host communities, 5% is proposed. We feel it is not significant enough because these host communities are the ones that actually carry the biggest burdens of extraction. We've seen what happened in places like Nasarawa, where mining is ruining the environment. We've seen the impact of mining also in Niger State, where people recently died.
Any bill that's an improvement on current bill is always going to be well welcome. If it addresses the concerns of the sector and improves the sector, of course, most Nigerians will be happy with it. We don't want a situation whereby agent of production should be viewed as something that is negative. Mining is never going to be negative.
From the National Assembly, Isa Muhammad, NTA News.
In a related development, the Nasarawa State House of Assembly has directed the Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources to provide full list of mining sites available in order to fish out illegal miners in the state. Speaker Nasarawa State House of Assembly Lalladi Jato handed down the directives while responding to a motion moved on the matters of urgent public importance. Adams Abdul Qadir tells us more.
Under the matter of public urgent importance, member representing Kokona East State constituency, Daniel Ogaogaze, is calling the attention of the House to excess activities of illegal miners in his constituency and other parts of the state, saying the activity poses threat to life. He strongly believes that the presence of illegal miners often result in violent clashes with residents and law enforcement. Therefore, there must be a concerted effort to flush them out in the state.
Supporting the government and particularly the governor of Nasarawa State in ensuring that investors come into this state is paramount. And the only way we can do it is by making sure that this state is peaceful. Allowing these people to continue to stay in this place will cause problem and it will send bad signal to these investors. For us to be proactive, we should not allow this thing to continue. We should take a kind of very serious approach towards curtailing this or towards surmounting this menace that is going.
Ministry of Environment has to be alive to their responsibilities. All the illegal mining coming to Nasarawa State cannot come without their knowledge.
Speaker, Nasarawa State House of Assembly, Danla Dijato, gives marching order to the Commissioner of Police to mobilize armed security officers to the mining site in order to stop any illegal activities.
The government of Nasarawa State, through the Minister of Environment, in conjunction with the House Standing Committee on Environment, to find out a number of community sites, the mining sites in our state, to ascertain the genuine miners in this state. And they should do that immediately so that let us know what is happening with our environment.
During plenary, two separate private bills scheduled first reading, sponsored by the lawmaker representing Kefi West, Ibrahim Aliu Nana, which include a bill for a law to establish Nasarawa State Christian Pilgrims Welfare Board and a bill for a law to establish Nasarawa State Muslims Pilgrims Welfare Board. Meanwhile, it could be recalled that Nasarawa State House of Assembly last week on the floor stepped down screening of Governor nominee Mukhtar Agbashim as member of Nasarawa State Independent Electoral Commission (NASEC) prior to the petition received against his character and integrity. While presenting the report on the matter, Chairman House Committee on Public Complaints, Petition and Security, Luka Ilia Jekaba, made a strong case on the recommendation.
Petition is null and void and it lacks merit. We therefore unanimously recommend and urge the Honorable House that in fairness, justice and equity to proceed to screen and possibly confirm Mukhtar Agbashim Mama as a member of the Nasarawa State Independent Electoral Commission (NASEC).
In Lafia, Adams Abdulkadri, NTA News.
Following the disappearance of one Dorcas Ojong, an indigene of Akampa local government area of Cross River State, who is a core member serving in Awka, Anambra State, the Cross River State House of Assembly is calling on the state government through the Office of the Attorney General of the state to mandate the National Youth Service Corps to produce the missing corps member. Woodwork Etim reports that the House at plenary adopted a resolution seeking urgent investigation on the missing corps member.
Corps members are under the protection of the federal government through the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC), and safety of their lives throughout 1 year of compulsory service to the nation is the responsibility of the scheme. A case of Dorcas Paul Ojong, an Akampa indigene and a youth corps member who served in Awka, Anambra State, is different as she got missing. A motion brought before the Cross River State House of Assembly by member representing Akampa 1 State Constituency, Okonowuna, called on the state government to urgently investigate mysterious disappearance of the corps member who was last seen on the 18th of February 2024 by her landlady as she was going to her place of primary assignment at Federal Ministry of Health, Awka.
Anambra State government had not done any effort, even the federal government of Nigeria and the NYSC, to trace the whereabouts of Dorcas Paul Ojong. So he called for consent. Based on that premise, Cross River State government, through the Office of the Attorney General, to write to the NYSC at the national level and the NYSC as Anambra State, and also calling on the security agencies in the country, in the state, to thoroughly interrogate and investigate the case of a missing cross-Riverian who went on NYSC in Anambra State.
Lawmakers bemoaned the situation and called for urgent investigation.
Apart from the fact that the victim is an indigene of Cross River, she's also a product of the nation, given the fact that she's on a youth service. So to me, it's a red alert, and which ought to be given necessary attention.
This is the people's paradise, Cross River State. We are headed by the people's government, and we are supported, and he is supported by the people's assembly. We must act, not just speak.
Motion calling on the state government to urgently investigate the mysterious disappearance of Dorcas Paul Ojong, an Akampa indigene, and the youth corps member serving in Anambra State. Those in support? Those against? The ayes have it, the prayer has become the resolution of the House.
Dorcas Paul Ojong, a graduate of College of Health Technology, Calabar, was a Batch A Stream 2 2023 corps member who was supposed to end her service year in March 2024. In Calabar, Udwak Etam, NTA News.
In fulfilling its dream to provide quality education that nurtures young minds, Nigeria Canadian College, located around Jabi area of the FCT, commemorates its 8th anniversary with a graduation ceremony of the second set of the school's grade 12 students. Joshua Ogunjide has more.
The journey of 8 years filled with challenges and trials alike has just reached a milestone, a significant one you may call it, through perseverance and dedication. 3 categories of graduates, ranging from KG2 to grade 5 and 12, are now crossing the sea of academic voyage. The amusement was a true reflection upon past accomplishments, as students entertained guests with songs, dances, playlists, rhymes, quizzes, and many more.
It's been a very wonderful experience. I learned so much, and I really wouldn't have chosen a better school to graduate from.
I'm going to try better and get a scholarship. I'm going to try better and put on my bed so I can get other rewards.
I feel happy and encouraged to do better.
Having demonstrated resilience, creativity, and dedication, they were charged to go forth into the world, make a difference, and embrace diversity.
Our vision aligns with Goal 4 of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which places premium on giving our young ones the quality education they need to thrive and function effectively as individuals, problem solvers, and transformational agents in the society.
We actually train these children to fit in either in Nigeria here, because most of them definitely are going to travel out. So the moral aspect of it is very important to us.
My advice is to encourage parents to always be committed to the issue of the Parent-Teachers Association.
The highlight of the graduation ceremony was the presentation of certificates to outstanding students, setting the tone for future aspirations. In Abuja, Joshua Ogunjide, NTA News.
And that's it on Parliament News. For more updates, kindly follow NTA Parliament on the platforms scrolling on your screen. Thanks for joining us. I am Amina Saidu.